Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, folks. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to SKTV Live. As you join us, help us share the show. We have a lot of things to talk about. Let's share the show. Give me a second. Let me take a few second break here.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise from there. The work with my life without fear.
I live
Master.
Play body so make you I can't ask you TV menu. Say my journey, tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, emu aye yo. And you love emu aye yo. What is
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't forget it now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandmother.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The flesh, the time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise from best. The work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Monster Rider, San to Bakulu, from Maryland, Bon County to Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa.
1 second, folks.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The project is giving us here and the promise from there. The work with my life without fear.
I live
Master.
Play body so make you I can't ask you TV menu. Say my journey, tina get I say my jamo. And you no money, emu aye yo. And you love emu aye yo. What is
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. Must survive the lofa and grandmother.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't forget it now. Toss you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
SKTV the best in Liberia. SKTV the best in Africa. SKTV the best in Mama Liberia. sold by the lopa and grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We started for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and I'm part of the club.
Okay. Good afternoon. Welcome to SKTV. Welcome to the show. Let's have you help us share the show. We'll recognize you very soon, folks. But let's have you help us share the show. Hello to everyone. Hello, 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 and hello. Today is a good day to be alive. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. As you join us, we will await the guys from Liberia to join us too. Hopefully they can join us. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Some of you are on my page. I will be on a segment this afternoon. I will not be talking politics. No, I will not be talking politics. This afternoon, I will be on a segment. I got invited by my friends, so I will join them. We will be talking something totally different. Normally, I make a presentation around. I get invited to different places to make these presentations. So we'll be talking about it today. We'll be talking about self-assessment as to determine who you are. Talk about it today from our psychological standpoint. I want to invite you to please join it this afternoon. I think we'll be on Roy, call them Raw. Just look for Raw. They're on YouTube, they're on Facebook. No, I'll probably, if I can, I'll share the show in these different chat rooms as well, as I normally do. But in the meantime, let's share the show, please. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning from my end in Arizona. It is morning. I want to say welcome to today's edition. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for your support. Those of you who support us continuously, those of you who follow us, share the show, please. We don't want to raise some of the contentions before they actually come to public light. And this morning, I wrote something on my page, and I'm seeing people reacting to it. I will try my best to just leave it as that and not gauge into that. But let's take a soundbite of this music quick for a second, really quick. I'm getting a call here. Let me take this call quickly.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We started for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and I'm part of the club. Monitor people who waiting to sell. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the payment from them. So welcome and life without fear.
A lyrical health.
Master.
Okay, let's share the show. Around the world, there are a lot of things going on, but let me let me recognize those of you who identify where you're from. But if you don't identify where you're from, I don't recognize you. Let me recognize those of you. Young people, Young is watching us from New Jersey. Young, you know what's interesting? Me and you got the same middle name, but the only difference is my own is spelled baby boy, not baby boy. We got the same middle name. My middle name is baby boy. Some of you didn't know that, but you know now. So sometimes you hear people refer to me, those who know me or who knew me when I was much younger, when I was small, you didn't put it that way. We live in the same community. We grew up together. You hear them call me baby boy. They will not call me Steve. Yes. So yes. So yeah, every time I see your name, I get that laugh, but that's a secret, yeah. So the day you go and put the other B there will be cool. But for now, you own your own, bro. Anyway, Dixon Noah, Dixon Naya, watching us from Sacramento. Yan is watching us from New Jersey. Let's see. Let's acknowledge you guys. Let's recognize you guys before we get into the conversation. We have a lot to talk about. Siku will be joining us, Monk, Milbo, and the rest of the crew. But as you know, primarily, traditionally, customarily, this is what we do. Let's see. So, last name is So. Is that Saga? So. C'est bonsoir, je vous suis depuis au Liberian, Monrovia. Okay, bonsoir, Mr. So. Welcome, vous êtes la bienvenue. Okay, let's go down to James Cully. It's watching us from Liberia. Inwa Salaye Lofa County. Okay, it's watching us from Lofa County. Kamara, Majaba Bobo son Kamara. It's watching us from United Arab Emirates, Dubai. Abu Dhabi. Okay, United Arab Abu Dhabi. Thank you, Kamara. Rebecca Gisu from Charlotte, North Carolina. Rebecca, hope you guys are safe out there in North Carolina. I know North Carolina and they're both affected very hugely. We'll get into that, but I hope you guys are well up there. We wish you guys all the best. Hope all is well. Mensa. Jim Seance is from New Jersey. Metro is watching us from Minnesota. Ashford Kingwright, North Carolina. Ashford, I hope you guys are doing well over there, you and the family. Very troubling what's going on up there, but we are praying for you guys, those in Florida and those in North Carolina. We are praying for you guys and with you guys. Annie Hoto is watching us from Lawrenceville, Atlanta, Georgia. Annie, how's Georgia? I haven't been over there for a while now. I need to take a trip to Atlanta, Georgia. I miss my people in Atlanta. Lately, I've been to different states, but not Atlanta, Georgia. That's not fair. That's unfair. I need to go to Atlanta, Georgia. Hurricane Wayne is watching us from Maggie County, Kakata. Well, thank you for highlighting the place I was born. I was born in Maggie County, Kakata. Yes, that's where I was born. And I look forward to returning to Maggie one day. To returning to Kakata, to the people of Kakata. We are the only county that have our two senators sanctions, both alleged criminals. Senator Nathaniel McGill and Senator, what the guy name? He ran with Joseph Boakai in 2016. Out of Cook. I just forgetting him. He didn't come to mind. No criminal then. Sometimes you don't remember the name. Say it's even a better thing. Because they're too criminal minded. Emmanuel Nukwe is the one I'm talking about. He and Nathaniel McGill are the only. Can you imagine the country I was born in? We made the news for being sanctioned. Our two senators. Wow. Asata Dawson is from Maryland. Yata Burnett is from Florida. Yata, I hope you guys are doing well in Florida over there. Mr. Connor, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
Yes, I'm greeting our people from around the world, those who in North Carolina right now and Atlanta, Georgia, and Charlotte that were affected by the hurricane, you know, I'm just letting them know that we're in problem. Harrison is watching us from Philadelphia. Cyrus is watching us from Monrovia, Liberia. Let's see here. Nancy Masakwa is watching us from EAWA Rehab. Nayan Masakwa. Well, now you living people because EAWA era than the president, the two presidents are living down. So you in presidential era. In the civil war, we say you in residential community. You be boy, you be gay. Elijah Say is watching us from Bogota. Okay. Abu Dwayne Fofana is watching us from New York City. Molu is watching us from Archibald Dana Momolu. Momolu is watching us from Lower Makibi County, Liberia. Philip Carter is watching us from Detroit, Michigan. Yvonne is watching us from New Jersey. Jeremiah Kula is watching us from Greenville. Sano Kante. I don't know what other person go right from GB. What does that mean? Tell where you're watching us from. Eric is watching us from Monserrato County. Yvette Cephas is watching us from Atlanta, Georgia. Telma is watching us from North Dakota. My boy Brazilian Young Mom will soon be joining us here. Who's that? Sir Young is watching us from Philadelphia.
Where's Melbourne?
Yeah, Mr. Carnegie, I texted him earlier. I sent the information to him. He said he will send it to me. He said he will join us. They were doing some technical work. Labura Man is watching us from India. Kamara Nyenka is watching us from New Jersey. Kamara Nyenka on about the people. I want that Kamara Nyenka on about that small stakeholder, like the stakeholder that are the B men there. You remember Kamara Nyenka when we went to New Jersey that time? How we're highly protected. The only problem I get with him when we went to swallow the fufu to pay now our problem. What is that mean? The player has to get issue with him, yeah. And the only issue I have about Bob Kamara Nyenka, Intel security the man how on a lock. Duarte is watching us. Is watching us from Minnesota. Chi is watching us from Dallas. Achi Tape. Lucia Dawson is watching us from New Jersey. Orito is watching us from Grand Paso. Yeah, one of my favorite counties, Grand Paso. I can't wait to bounce there and swallow Duma. I pick.
Where play your woman come from? Your woman.
No, I'm a, oh my God. Things that give you only water to the community. I feel we're not on that thing here. No, we're not on it.
That play your woman came from. Your woman soon to be you're soon to be President Obama.
No. You'll be president in your dream.
Oh, bro.
That'll be president, not any problem. Now, Papa Jeremiah come for it. And when we get into that conversation today.
I'm going to deathbed for them.
Oh, that is our whole president talking to that. You'll be here in Contendo.
See your man going to deathbed.
Abigail Tia in Rhode Island. Thank you. Great Deacon James B. Soiree. Hello, Great Deacon. New Jersey, I beg you, Great Deacon. Don't mean lie. The title of the line is the Regina Wilson from Philly. Ruth Robert Penga.
The birthday Jew. Her birthday still continues. So
I don't know what. She from Labrador. Then collecting one. Deconti Sherman. Say I let trouble. No, I let trouble. I get trouble, my guy. I just keep you 100%. Who the other person? Someone watching from Bangkok, Thailand, Kennedy. Pastor Philip A. Cato Senior, Great Salvation Mission Church, Detroit, Michigan. Okay, Detroit. And then it's in Monrovia West. Okay. Men I go welcome. I hear your fellow men go yell. I yell.
I would have fellow men go.
Like me, huh?
One day Melbourne Deacon ship from him.
No, remember I hear that. Remember come again, tell to it. Because someone I may not go on the show. The show got me that. More what's up, bro? Mr. Can I can do the thing here for 3 and I guess small man. I don't know how you can do it, man.
What you want?
It make it very small.
What do
It's
you
too
mean?
far.
It's too far away. With what thing?
Yeah, that
You don't want it like this?
yeah, that I want it, but it not showing on the account to me. But thank you for who's that Masa Connor? Masa Connor? It's from Big Apple. Okay, Big Apple.
Masa ran away from her for some time. All the time when she finish message, you gotta pay everything. She ran away for a minute. Yeah.
Yvonne asked me if I grew up in Kakata. Yes, Yvonne. I was born in Kakata. But anyway, folks, let's share the show now.
Don't tell the people about my Kakata secret. The secret really last about me and Kakata. Don't tell them.
Am I not telling?
Mm-mm.
You give me something?
Yeah. Okay, Hatai.
You give me some money?
Okay, Hatai. No money.
No, I want something over the Hatai. Nobody's to pay.
Okay, roasted meat. Mom, I will probably roasted meat at Hatai.
What Monga? Mom, what's up?
I'm here. I'm doing great. Another day to be on SK TV. I don't know what's going on with Melbourne. Almost 30 minutes into the hour. And the birthday continues for the month of October. Today is my own pop's birthday. He always posts. I'm watching from Sacramento, California. Former corner of the Bureau of Immigration and Naturalization, Colonel Dixon Binyan, and former chief of personnel for the Bureau of Immigration and Naturalization. I'm talking about the real normal day immigration, not your wartime immigration. And he's here today. It's his birthday. So I'm just telling. Huh?
Not Steve is out immigration where he can be recruiting for the
original immigration. Yeah. So today is the man's birthday, and I'm admonishing the SKTV family and crew to wish him happy birthday. Today is a special day for Konoyan, and today I'm there. So that's it. That's the introduction. I don't know who birthday again today, but Konoyan is his birthday today, October 10th, special day, and he always watching from Sacramento, California. That's my own pop. So we gotta reiterate that point.
Must have been away for.
Oh yeah.
For 2 months. What's her bill? Anyway, more than wants to bill people. More, what's her bill? Because
she's been gone for 2 months.
Yeah, she gone for 2 months.
Yeah. But then at 25 and 8, that's $2.
Yeah, so she said she will sell her bill, so she will pay.
$100. $25 a week, 8 weeks in 2 months.
Mother,
so it's easy, that simple math.
Mother, yeah, but I mean, you can do self-pay too.
We can do 3 times installment the most. So she can do. Okay. Yeah, we can do 3 installments.
No self-pay.
We can go a bomb of money if we do it by installment.
Okay, Mother, yeah.
Yeah, she I think we got it update for her bill.
Mark, the news that you're giving are breaking news. So that means the corner that you're talking about, no Pazawe Mongo.
Oh, I don't know which paramilitary organization Pazawe work in, but we can say the real word is colonial, but we can say corner. That how we can call it, like bro, corner. But I don't know where Pazawe with the statue or who, but Konoyan was with the Bureau of Immigration and Naturalization. Huh?
Zawe wana inside too. I got a whole certain lazy with me. Zawe wana inside.
But what do you bring him in?
Which part of the security force you are part of?
You are with immigration there or whatever it is. So we got to look into it.
Yeah, we got to check out the immigration. We got to make sure.
Yeah.
More master say your payment coming home.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I'll leave the numbers there already.
The bill what you give her, she said the payment will come.
Okay, Master Connor.
Okay, but we're expecting all the people that run away for. You know, somebody just said something that the toy SKTV does not exist anymore. They've been around. They've never been watching us for a while. And we've been on every day. Whether on
that's right. That one I find a complete. That one a complete how they got the name for that one? A restitution. If SKTV can be on everything, if SKTV been going for a while, then no, then you betray the trust. That one, that restitution you will pay.
I don't need to hear, you know, that my sister that my man fell in love with my man fell in love with the girl just for her voice. You heard the girl voice say, "Oh,
yeah, but Mr. Kanye, you need to qualify that. Mr. Kanye, you need to qualify that man before it on the media before they can say it.
Who man that came here the last time?
Yeah, but you said the man, who the man? I know that man.
Okay, no, not you, not any of you guys. The original one.
Exactly. Yeah. So, folks, just so we have it for the record, for security reason. No, they got to set the record straight. We don't want noise in the time. Yeah, Monkey, you want to say the time, right?
I know, yeah.
Because nobody's stupid yet.
Oh man.
But folks, yeah, let's share the show. Let me make my announcement quick before we get into asking Sekou and Mongo. I think caught the attention from an international standpoint. This afternoon, I'll be joining my friends on the Cordon Raw. They have a show they'll be having today. We'll be talking about self-evaluation. So today, I'll not be talking politics in the afternoon. They don't on the afternoon, they invited me. So I'll be the guest.
Is that a show?
Yeah, I'll be talking only psychology.
We're gonna show you where are they?
Where they in America, they're based on the East Coast.
Is it like a Facebook show or YouTube or?
Yeah, they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube. They have the show they call them Raw. You know, they can talk different things in there. They can talk social. They can talk. Mostly they talk social and education.
Maybe I want to join, but I think he's having technical difficulty.
Yeah, he's not making.
It's on here, but the image is not showing.
Yeah, but you probably talk about. So that's it. But Mr. Kane, what caught your attention from an international standpoint? What's going on? What do you say?
A whole lot, and on the top of the list is the growing tension around the world about what's going on in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Ireland and France and other nations around the world are calling on the United Nations to erect some checkpoints, you know, for Netanyahu in Israel, especially when it comes to the civilian casualty being carried, you know, out by the Israelis in both Gaza and Beirut, especially, you know, the civilian congested area. So the war, Israel has gotten the war's attention. The war is not fair, honestly speaking. Things that are human rights violations, things that are considered as genocide in other countries, when it's done by other people, are things that can be done by Israel, and America will never muster the courage to call it a genocide or anything that got to do with human rights violations. Like the war in Ukraine, every action by Russia is being called, you know, human rights violation. And it's 800, you know, anywhere you got people that kill. You know, I'm talking according to Israel. Hamas entered in Israel and kill about 1,200 people and kidnap about 250 more. Now, since then, about 41,000 people being killed in Palestine. And they're not satisfied. So the only thing they said they got to free the hostages. 200, I think about 95 more, 105 people left in hostage. They don't mind killing maybe another 40,000 people for the 90 something people. So I feel like the war is not fair. It's not fair to some people. who is criminal in other area are not criminals in other area. So it's just crazy. Hopefully, the world will put their act together and bring total ceasefire in the Middle East, and the best way forward for all of them. And that is the agreement from almost 80% of the world population, the people, the countries in the world. They have voted multiple times. It's a two-state solution. But because Israel doesn't want that, America continues to veto it. So, and you can defeat, there's no winner in the world. Even if you lose one person, you are not a winner. The fact that the Palestinian people now have lost about 41,000 people, where Israel is around 1,000 and change, stays now, there's no winner. The best way is the peaceful, resolution of the conflict in the Middle East, especially when it comes to Israel and all the proceeds of Iran around there. Because it's like Israel cannot 100% control or conquer the entire region. That's not possible, no matter what happens. And the United States cannot even do anything about it. So the best thing they can do is to find everlasting peace, for the people of the Middle East. That's something that really caught my attention. And I believe the best way forward would be them to find, everlasting solution is the peaceful, resolution of everything that's going on. Mabel, welcome. How you doing?
Well, again, thank you. I don't know, but thank God that at least I'm good. Just I'm just built up with a lot of work and so forth. But at least thank God that I'm okay. By the grace of God, I'm moving. I can Steve just looking at me like that. See, I've been better throughout with a lot of technical work. I told you what.
Looking suspicious.
Look at easy. Hello. So
anyway, my man, anyway, let's get from Monkey because Sekou sounded
no,
like
wait, no. You see,
okay, after you want to take over, I gotta take the call. I'll tell you what Sekou.
No problem. So again, yeah, Sekou don't mind. We are told here, I said, but just keep praying that by the grace of God, our dynamic CEO, liability is doing everything possible that at least we bring back the people stationaries, because sometimes technically this thing happen, but again that's it, and keep working, no sleep throughout the night. We got to make sure that we get everything back on course. So again, hopefully now this evening at least we are fresh and ready as usual, and they doing everything. In fact, he just from here, he said, "Mabon, how far? How you and the people connect with them? You move on." I say, okay, thank you, boss. So again, yes. So that's the thing. So we're back stronger, more than ever before. Thanks to all of you for all of the prayers, the calls, and so forth. Even some calls keep coming back to back. People are calling. Whenever we are a little bit off, it sparks a lot of attention. People want to know exactly what's going on, what happened, and people are always in the readiness to always follow all of our programs and all of our shows, activities, and so forth. So let me just use this time to say, yes, indeed, that what been happening from yesterday evening. I think sometime around 5, we went off, and we been that up to just this evening. Now we are at least we're going to be like this up to the time. So thank you so much, and again, let me say thanks to you, Monk. Let me say thank you so much for always, making sure that at least we are always on the SKTV. So Sekou, I'm okay. Thank God for life.
Thank you. Steve is the one actually running the show. I was going to say hi to you, but Steve left already. He's on a call. Hopefully he will come back. Okay, Steve is back.
I sure feel. So sorry, you're sorry, folks.
You just didn't want to hear Mabon speaking. I want you just went turn off your camera.
Yeah, the problem there.
When you were not here, I told the man want to take your deaconship from you. The man said when you're not here, you just you just being substitute. You were just there.
One man I got gotta be on the show to make sure the land secure because I want people there.
But then you gotta go from one in mouth.
Yeah, but in the meantime, you're representing.
No, we are not representing nobody.
No, you just impersonating imam. You're not something. You're not official. Just work with
you gotta go for one imam, one pastor.
Work with all for now. We'll find imam later on. Work with all. Just joining without asking for credit.
Yeah, y'all go for one imam.
So, Monk, let's hear from you. What caught your attention? Because it seems more like Mr. Kane is agreeing to some of the things you've said in the past that the word or some leaders of the word seem to be partial or biased when it comes to Israel and some of the wars that are fought, whether it's the war in Ukraine or whatever it is. Mr. Kane is a certain similar thing. What say you?
Well, there are a lot of things happening, but I think Mr. Khan cover up all the bases when it comes to the Middle East. You know, the Middle East has always been a trouble region. And I keep telling people since that when you grow older, you learn a lot of things that you don't know. When you're a kid coming up, people tell you things, and as you start growing, you question things. I keep telling folks on the show, when you go and do your research on all the major global organizations, whether it's the IMF, whether it's the World Bank, whether it's the World Health Organization, the Club of Rome, the Club of Paris, all these globalist institutions, they were never created with the little guy in mind. It was always about protecting themselves. They set one rules here that apply for smaller countries and poorer countries, and they set different rules for themselves. And the same thing is happening in the Middle East, and that's what's happening. One country will commit atrocity, and people will be there knowing that it's not fair. But guess what? That's just how the nature of the game is. We saw it in Iraq when Colin Powell went to the United Nations and lied and created fake evidence to destroy Iraq today. I'm not saying Saddam Hussein was a better leader either, but Saddam Hussein never had any weapon of mass destruction. That's something that they knew. They knew it was a lie, but they sold it to the rest of the world. And people said that George Bush should be held in contempt. He was a war criminal, but guess what? Who in the war is brave to come and arrest George Bush to make him a war criminal? So there is nothing they call fairness on planet. And I keep telling people, if we can send a man to the moon, if we can invent some of the latest technology in the world, and somehow human being cannot settle a little dispute over maybe a piece of land or some political differences, then it means that we fail humanity because we're supposed to be more intelligent than that. We are animals, but we are the highest form of God's creation. So if we cannot settle little conflict, then humanity is of no use. Because if I'm going to look at innocent kid, okay, yeah, you can take one side, but at the end of the day, it's all about rationale and being able to settle conflict. For me, I got one thing in mind when I'm talking about one of my core value is global peace. Because I believe when people are peace, they can do a lot of great things in their life. But when you disrupt people's life, you make it tougher for them to make progress. And life in itself is very, very tough. So think about adding insult to injury. So every time there is war in any part of the world, whether it's in the Middle East, whether it's between India or Pakistan or in Africa, it's just a breakdown in the human cause and a breakdown to humanity. That's just how I see it. Because I think if we are human beings and we got complex kind of a brain that can do rational thinking, then we shouldn't be killing one another, no matter the argument, no matter the political dispute. That's how I see it. And Mr. Cannon said it right. There are certain rules that apply to smaller and poorer countries, and when it comes to the big boss, the standard is they can look. Let me tell you something, Steve. These guys can go anywhere, anytime in the world and wreak havoc, and nobody will face the consequences of the law. They will just walk away scot-free. But when a smaller country say, "Oh, we're bringing you to the Hague for war crime," you know how many war leaders that have committed war crime, from Mao Zedong to Pol Pot to even George W. Bush. I can get instances after instances, but guess what? The big boss will walk away with impunity because that's just how the global chessboard is positioned. It provide cover for the bigger for the great powers. And for smaller country, third world country, struggling country, they are the one that carry the brunt of the burden, especially women and children. They are the main casualties of war. And if we claim that we want to protect the weak among us, then how can you turn a blind eye to a situation where women and children happens to be the biggest victim? So everything is nothing but hypocrisy, but that's just the nature of our war. It's not fair. There's nothing they call fairness. And don't ever fool yourself into believe that there is something they call fairness. It doesn't exist. Maybe only on paper.
Thank you so much, Monk. And thanks to Sekou. Before we go to Melbourne, quickly for updating Liberia, the only thing I wanted to say, some of the things that caught my attention in the United States here, the election is dressing very close. We want to keep the families, loved ones, friends, and those who were caught or who are caught in the whole hurricane thing. It's dangerous. It's very risky. Those in North Carolina, some part of Atlanta, Georgia, and in Florida, most recently, it's very troubling. It's disturbing. Let's keep them in prayers. Let's keep praying for them. But I'm also disturbed about the disinformation passed out by the Donald Trump team, where they're lying and making mockery. These things are not the right thing to do. When it comes to the issue of humanity, you put politics aside. Sometimes that's why some all get pissed off with Jose Yuma Boaka and his government because of the way they treat our people. But then we got personal issues with them. But we need to take care of humanity. We're talking about war and other things, right, in other places. But in the United States, there's no war. People are dying from the hurricane and the horrible things that are going on. You can't make it political. That time where everybody can wrap their hands around everybody and you'll go there, you'll show support. After that, you'll get to the politics of the day. So I really hope that we all can keep them in prayer. And I hope, the rhetorics on those things and the false campaign and the lying will stop from the Donald Trump and side, because they're lying too much about it, and it's not a good thing to do. Another thing that really caught my attention from my international standpoint is I listened to the American ambassador talking about Liberians being denied visa for coming here because they come and overstay. It speaks about the mindset of our people, the level of irresponsibility, and you think you can lie and fool other people and trick people, and you think it works everywhere. Well, the truth of the matter is it affects everybody when you think you can play people. Some of the reasons today, some people don't want to invest in Liberia or whatever it is, because family members, friends, and loved ones have tricked them in the past. You send them money to do piece of work for you. They take the money, they eat the money, and they think they're smarter than you. They lie to you. They push you around. When we say this thing again, they say, oh, you're personal, you're attacking the point, Liberia. But we can't live like that. So when you go to that embassy and they give you a visa, you come for one more, they gave you a visa for that one more, go back. They play around your home. Go back, you go dance for politicians then. If you want for them if you want for Labrador to be like America, then hold the politicians accountable to make it like America too. But you can't come here, then you block the way for other people. So, that caught my attention. And I think it's about time that we all speak to our people. When you get a visa, my friend, don't overstay your time in America. Don't overstay your time in America. If I know anybody that you can't on visa, you overstay your time, I'll call ICE and go show the place where you live in. Because that foolishness need to stop. We'll be pointing you out now. And when your girlfriend they keep your hand for you to be waiting to get married, we will point you out. They will come collect you in the morning and carry your back. So other people can be able to come to. What thing happen now? You're just blocking the way for everybody. You're blocking the way for everybody. So when you can't, get yourself back. That the public announcement we're giving now, starting from today, we're watching you. So you show face to the airport and we'll ask you how long you're here for. Any attempt to lie, we'll go find out. If you stay, as your day coming, we'll be coming SKTV and remind you, say you get 2 more days to be here, go back. That's what I wanted to say to you. No problem.
But I found your statement about the Liberian coming overseeing the visa, I found it very ironic. Because the last time I checked, the vast majority of African or Liberians who support illegal immigration. So why they have problem with people that come here legally?
My man, but that area, my man, they put up kind and be what they're going, man. Lead that story. Lead that story, brother. If you can't, you in North Dakota or where you are, you highly, I will show the blow you at. I will show the blow you at. You're watching, see. Anyway, Melbourne, what's up, my man?
And let me just add up to you quickly. You see, these are some of the things that when you say, the people say, you're not let us, we are on the side. Sometimes when we talk, I'm going to see some comment, maybe against us because you people are supporting Trump. Yeah, look, Liberia is our home. Let me just add up to my brother. Liberia is our home. Because the way we hear politicians today, they treat us like trash. So because of that, we are fighting high, looking for a place to go and hang our life frustration. That's why you see people who are escaping, running here and there, living at home. For me, I love Liberia so dearly to my heart, even to the extent that I didn't want to even go out of Liberia, but just because the way politicians are treating us. So like my brother, you just know it, and you see some of these things. Sometimes we say, "Hey, people, you don't want to be, you're like America not doing well for all the kind of things. You running away from your own home. We have no good documents. What are you doing to your friends? You are blocking the way of other people that don't even have the kind of intention. But again, that move. Today is Thursday, my brother, is the 10th of October. And there are so many things start running from my mind. sent this morning because today is the day that Liberians stood in line. Wake up at some will say 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to go and vote for what we in today. So for me, so far that I think that going on in Liberia, because today is the day that we wake up and we voted for these people that are treating us like trash. That are treating us like we are nobody to them. So remember, so far, apart from Amin Mullah Wahala, where the government, up to now, we are yet to even get any information from the government as to whether the president accept the resignation of Amin Mullah or not. But as far as we are concerned, Amin Mullah resigned, and he's now former commerce minister according to his resignation letter. But the government is yet to speak on that. So maybe, who knows, maybe the president will say Amin Mullah come back or not, we don't know. So far, these are some of the happening, but the concerned citizen for transformation of Magibi County also strongly oppose President Bouakar's decision to appoint individuals who are implicated into the GSE audit report for corruption and so forth, and they are also calling on President Bouakar to quickly, in fact, to look into the appointment, because they're hearing that one Prince A. Red, the executive chairman for the Liberia Special Economic Zone Authority, will be appointed. So they are now calling on the president to say, no, don't appoint any corrupt government official or someone who been into GSE report about corruptions. So again, so far, apart from that, my brother, these are some of the things. And with the U.S. ambassador statement, I think that also touched down to the Liberian people, and they came up with their own thing about that, also their own disagreement. But as we move along, any other news, we're going to chip you in with that. But so far, so good. I've been too busy today, so I'm not really following most of the happening. But these are some of the news so far I'm concerned about.
Thank you so much, Monk. Mr. Monk, Milborn. Thank you. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Folks, let's share the show. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot. Today is Mental Health Month. Today is Mental Health Day around the world. Please go get yourself checked. If you are not feeling okay mentally, if you are not stable, that's some of the things we'll be talking about tonight. So please join the show tonight. We'll be talking about it in terms of identification. But let's get to the politics of the day and the conversation of the day. Monk, I know we have a lot to cover, but let me start with you on this conversation. Amin Modaga played for the second time in his life by Joseph Bouakar and the Unity Party. And let me remind you guys, if some of you have forgotten, we don't forget on SKTV. Part of our role is to replay the history with facts to you. And that's why we say what we say, boldly, clearly, and fairly. You remember during the Unity Party elections when they brought in Luther Tape and Amin Moda and Mo Ali were played after Joseph Bouakar committed that he would support them for the leadership of the Unity Party, only to bring in Luther Tape and Amos Twe later on to play Amin Moda. So Amin Moda got played for the second time in his life by Joseph Bouakar in Unity Party. Let me start with Monk. Monk, what say you? Amin Moda.
From my own observation, I think the Amin Moda's issue it come with more questions than answer, and there are so many things on playing in this whole saga because Amin Moda is saying that there were no malfeasance that occurred, but then there are people that are calling for even the LRA boss to follow to be the next president in line to either be fired or to resign because there were controversy. And then forget the whole issue of the increment in the right press that the president thought it was a thumb in his nose from Amin Moda when it came to the negotiation with Rest Importer. Then you look at the Unity Party chairmanship issue, the politics. So the question you ask yourself is, if this thing is about performance or it is about Joseph Bouakar trying to tell the voter that he's going to be fighting against corruption, it is political. Like, it's so many moving parts. And I don't think it's about what people, politics is an intricate game. Most of the things that happen in politics happen behind the scene. But you need to watch how the player move on the chessboard to know exactly what happened behind the scene. I don't think it's about this. It has everything to do with the car issue. No, it's way deeper than this car issue. And there are so many intricate moving parts to the whole Moda thing. Because if you are saying you never committed a crime and you are doing the right thing, you will not be tendering your resignation because Joseph Boakai did respect you. I don't think the average minister in Liberia would say he want to turn over his position or resign because the president did respect him because Joseph Boakai refused to meet Moda. No. So maybe over time we'll get more information. But from my own inclination, from what I'm looking at, is way bigger than just the car scandal, because you cannot have it both ways. If you are saying that you did nothing wrong, why are you tendering your resignation? Then it means that there were other people too that also facilitated the whole issue of the car, and that's why some people in the country and some or civil society are saying that okay, if Moda should be thrown under the bus, then so is Double Jala, because they were the one that facilitated the purchase of this vehicle. So I don't know what to make of it. But I know it's mostly political than about performance or corruption issue. I know it's deeper than what comes to the eye.
Well, Mr. Kane, Monk raises a very interesting point, which I've heard some pundits, seen some people writing that Joseph Boakai, and they want to give Joseph Boakai credit or hailing Joseph Boakai that he acts, quote unquote, allegedly Moda to resign. Mr. Kane, what say you? From the standpoint of a leadership, with all of this, Moda, in his quote-unquote alleged resignation letter, that he did nothing wrong. Nothing was wrong about what he did. He never admitted to any wrongdoing. But yet he's resigning. But in the same token, Joseph Boakai never took any step. He has not taken any step in addressing any of the issues that happen in the country. What say you?
Yeah, so before I say anything, we have Honorable Yeke Koluba on the line.
Okay.
We're going to talk about his post today, but we'll talk about that later on.
Yes.
He wants to give his take on the Moda issue.
Sure. And then we'll get straight into his post.
Koluba, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Can you both hear me?
Yeah, you are live and clear. You are on the SKTV, you are on Truth FM, and the whole world is listening to you.
So let me say good evening. Steve, you don't know the story about Moda and Joseph Boakai, so you should ask me, may I explain the story to you. And let me say good evening to my supporters, good evening to the Pop District number 10 for making me who I am, for making me part of the leadership of Liberia. I will soon be returning to the country very soon. And let me say this to you, Steve. When you are looking for the weakest person ever on earth is Joseph Boakai. Look, when I get back to the country, I was saying the recording, I went to the Unity Party Convention. Moda went to Joseph Boakai and asked Joseph Boakai for his blessing. And listen to this very well. And asked Moda will tell you exactly what I'm telling you. And the Pakistani Mohadi will tell you exactly what I'm telling you. So Joseph Boakai gave him an assurance that yes, you got my blessing, you can run to be chairman. I was invited by Unity Party to the convention. I asked all the Unity Party people I went to the convention. And nobody denied it, including the chairman and Joseph Boakai. When I come back to Liberia, do the research, you will see me when I appear there. I think it was on Spoon that day, Spoon got a recording, and other media outlets that were there got a recording. So, second with Joseph Boakai started to call the delegates and telling them, Moda and myself, who do you want in Unity Party? Why he has given Moda the assurance that he will support Moda. Called the delegate and told them that if they Moda as chairman, to my left, what I'm telling you, to my left, I shouldn't enjoy my children and my family. In my face, calling the delegate and telling them he prefer that false reverend Tape than Moda. And that thing went on, and Moda was defeated. Then in the kennel, in this embarrassment Yomli Kanga house to be kennel, it was Moda, it was Moda Wef, it was Yomli Kanga, and myself. We were expecting the most embarrassing president ever in the history of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, to be killed. So I told Ami Mother, I said, but you know the standard bearer coming? Steve, Sekou, Mabel, President Mo. Look, my left to anything I'm looking for. Ami Mother told me, say when you want to die on the road, let him die on the road. That's how better Ami Mother was about Joseph Boakai. No, let him come from a long way. A long way. A long way. You remember, look, Joseph Boakai behaved like a late child. You remember Joseph Boakai have a tip where Ami Mother and the Pakistani Mo Ali discussing him. He still got that tip up to now, keeping it. That's who Joseph Boakai is. That's who Joseph Boakai is. So the thing is not about Joseph Boakai trying to take action. Joseph Boakai did not take action. Joseph Boakai did not take any action against Ami Mother. Ami Mother knew that he couldn't make it in the system. That there was a setup that he couldn't make it in the system. The best thing he could do for himself was to resign and say he didn't do anything wrong to leave the system. That's embarrassing Joseph Boakai is. But Steve, I will soon be in the country. There's a lot of things are happening that will be revealed. You saw what I put on my page, right?
Yeah, so
you saw on the TV page, right?
Yeah. So we'll call about before we go to that, you said something very profound, and I think we need to dig deeper a little bit. So Joseph Boakai government in 10 months, we've had two major resignations in his government in terms of ministerial position. The finance minister resigned a few months ago. Now the commerce minister. What does this say to you, Bokoloba?
Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that you people do not understand. Joseph Boakai do not run the country. But I never voted for anybody besides Joseph Boakai. They're stealing things that people want people to do, and people do not want to work with it, especially when it comes to Boema Kamara. Before Boema Kamara left, there was the alteration, something that should have gone on. And they wanted Boema Kamara in that system. Prince Moi, Yomli Kanga, Dopo, and all the people wanted Boema Kamara to be a part of the alteration. And Boema Kamara told them, for my character and my status, I cannot be a part. In the alteration that went on, Joseph Boakai is aware of the alteration. Joseph Boakai is aware 100%. He endorsed it. He gave the go-ahead for the alteration to be done, for money to be taken from places and be placed to places. That is why you see in the spending budget, they said there were $2 million spent. They said they can't tell the Liberian people how that money was spent. Hey, man, how you use $2 million? They're not $10 what you. You say you can't tell the Liberian how it was spent.
Sekou,
can you imagine?
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Because there are some misinformation out there that Abi Kurman resigned. No, it is the acting LDA boss that just resigned, and I have the entire communication. I'm going to forward to you and that of Steve and that of Bizina Monk. I don't know for what reason he resigned, but the acting LDA boss resigned.
Hold on.
Yes,
yeah, so we have some information about that. We'll talk about that later on. Remember the last time the name that we called, we told you here that there was somebody, they decided first before Boakai left Liberia that they were going to fire all three of them. And they tapped that guy, the former LDA boss, to return to Liberia. And then from one thing to another, they had a conversation again. They say they shouldn't kick all of them out. They should keep one of them. But then today we are getting different information. So they've been confusing themselves. There are a lot of conflicting information coming out of the LDA. So the resignation thing, we just saw that while we were on the show. Yeah, but maybe, yeah, whatever information you guys share with us. So, Honorable Koluba, here's the thing. My question to you, is this a good sign for the government? A government,
It's not a good sign.
in less than 1 year, you got 2 major ministers resigning.
Sekou, everybody will resign because Joseph Boakai is one of the confused person ever on planet Earth. I'm not going to regret voting for Joseph Boakai because he's so ingrate. He will regret why I use my time, my resources, and my effort, raise my left to vote for him. Everybody will leave Joseph Boakai. Sekou, are you aware that Joseph Boakai told all his ministers that he may not make it he may not even end this year? So whosoever is supposed to steal should steal. Yes. Joseph Boakai is finding money for his family. Joseph Boakai condition cannot even serve him to live for 2 years.
Wow. Okay. Let me see. Maybe my colleagues they want to ask you.
Honorable Koluba, thank you so much for providing some clarity and some context to the relationship with Amin Moda and President Joseph Boakai. I have 2 questions for you. Here's the first one. Do you think Amin Moda should be blamed for allowing Joseph Boakai to play him and push him around? Because Joseph Boakai betrayed him the first time. Why allow yourself to come to national government again, knowing that you had suspicion on Joseph Boakai and he himself was not happy with Joseph Boakai? Why even accept the position of Commerce Minister only later on again to come be in this kind of noise?
Sekou, Steve, let me tell you something. Joseph Boakai carrying himself like a baker after his 12 years as vice president. Joseph Boakai Amin Moda was chairman of the party. For Joseph Boakai to go to the party headquarters, it was Amin Moda was giving him money to pour in his pocket. Everything Amin Moda sold, all his businesses. Amin Moda businesses broke down because of Unity Party. Everything, look, Steve, Sekou, are you aware that after Joseph Boakai 12 years, he went for going around and praying for people just to get food for them to eat? Oh, you don't know that story, right? Katumu used to behave their prayer mother. Oh, you don't know that story?
Wow.
Oh, it sounds strange to you people? Katumu used to behave like a prayer mother. Oh, you're not hearing that one?
But here's my second question to you. You wrote, we've been following some stories. You wrote about the plans to have Jeremiah Kun, the current vice president. This is something that you've said from day one. That the Unity Party people did not want Jeremiah Kun to take over. Per the Constitution, he should be taking over. But based on what you wrote and you said from credible sources, and for you, like I've always said, behind closed doors, in public, your information are factual, authentic. In most of the time, for the longest I've known you. Here's my question. Do you think Yombly, Dillon, and Prince Moyi and Joseph Boakai will succeed in the plan against Jeremiah Kun?
If Jeremiah Kun is not very careful, they will succeed. Right now, let me tell you something. Jeremiah Kun have a big ambition. You know Jeremiah Kun have people lobbying for him in the U.S. to take that restriction on him. Jeremiah Kun spending a lot of money in the U.S. And Yombly is aware. Prince Moyi is aware. Dillon is aware. Even the Joseph Boakai that believe within himself that he don't have long left is aware. So to know all of that, Joseph Boakai was very open to them to tell them that I don't have long, I will not live for long. So you should do everything you can do for Jeremiah Kun to not lay his hand on the presidency. And my source is very, very clear. My source is very, very close to those people. Look, when I came on your platform and said that the police arrested people that want to carry war to Guinea, and they posted a lot. So it became true, right?
Yeah.
Oh, remember, in all your news, that the police refused to carry the Pope money and all that thing to the court. Remember, really all your news, remember Lala? Remember, really all the news. Somebody said that to me. So look, let me tell you something. People say I'm a crazy man, but you know, and they see crazy man, they don't follow to give them information, they don't follow to promote them. If Jeremiah Kuhn is not very careful, what the people want to do, they will do it to him. And you know, I really not wanted to put it on that care back to country, but I will be in country very soon. I got a lot of information I want to put out, and I don't like to gossip. The information on my page, I put it there, and it came from my source. So I don't want people to say, oh yeah, put it there. I'll put it there, like information on my Yege TV page. I'll put it there. And I'm going to put on my page, Sekou, are you aware that the LPMC, the Freeport Mining Director, Stanton is being paid by the LPMC and the Port Mining Director? Are you aware of that?
No.
It should be on my page, but now I put it there. Stanton is being paid by the Port Mining Director.
You mean Sekou Dukle?
Yes.
Yeah, well, how Stanton got a lot of money that he stole already here. Well, why are you getting money from Liberia?
I'm giving you my information.
Wow.
And my information is correct.
No. I'm just saying that being greedy. Why are you taking money from Liberia again when you already get?
Information is correct. 100%.
Honorable Yaga Kolba, to corroborate your information, a few weeks ago, and it's written on my Moses page, our sources inform us about the NPA, about those that are on payroll there. And yes, Stanton Witherspoon, a couple of his workers from that particular NPA are also on the payroll.
I will put a listing on my page.
Yes, and we post that on our Facebook page, so it's there too. So yes, you are 100% correct, Honorable Yaga Kolba.
I'm just calling the 5 minutes, Stanton. When I will put all the names up. I don't have to gossip. And I want to be on his show to justify and to convince him that he's on payroll. Stanton is on payroll with a lot of people. Money man. Forget about money man. I got money better to be money man.
Monk, do you have any question for the honorable man?
Well, I don't have that much. I don't have a question. I just been following the whole stuff, and there are so much that is at play that I keep saying it's beyond politics. It's not your regular fighting corruption thing, and everything Yeke is saying is the truth. I keep telling you that Yeke is almost like WikiLeaks. When they bring that information, you say it's conspiracy. By the end of the day, the conspiracy become the truth. It become the reality. And if you listen to Joseph Boaga when he was having that little press conference, he even mentioned, I can walk out of the presidency anytime. I'm not worried about this. And he said it from coming from Joseph Boaga. So apparently he got an idea that, you know what, I'm not going to be around for too long, because a president who tells you that he want to rescue a nation, that want to fight corruption and rein in corrupt officials, he won't be giving you a hint that he might not be on the job for a very long time. There's not SKTV saying it. Go to the video, Executive Mansion website. Joseph Boaga said it. You guys are not loyal to the country. This job, I can walk out of this job at any point in time. So Joseph Boaga is saying another thing that, I mean, the way he's not taking this seriously. I don't know whether because of health reason. And Joseph Boaga's health condition is nothing new. The voters knew about it even before the election. So it's not a matter of if this thing is going to happen. It's just when they are going to happen. Jeremiah Kuhn told you on live camera that there is no way he can support Joseph Boaga because of the age. So if Joseph Boaga got people on this rescue train with ulterior motive, then it's more than likely that Jeremiah Kuhn will begin the target. So you put the pieces together, you can see the bigger picture already. It's just the matter of when this is going to happen, not if it will happen. So whether it's security implication has been thrown out there about Jeremiah Kuhn, I don't know about security, like I always say, but he should be on the lookout, because I'm afraid that this thing is still out of control.
Hold on 1 second, no, call back. If I have Prince Johnson number,
you and Prince Johnson get talk?
I got a number, but we can't talk again.
If you go talk, then you say you disappointed. Then you say you can say.
Prince Johnson disappointed? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Oh, so President told you he disappointed in you now. He disappointed in who?
In Joe Baka.
Recently or before? Oh. But you know, even if I call Senator Prince Johnson right now, you will not take the call.
No, call him, say, I guess I'm gonna call you. Say, like, you know, you say, call him now on your show. Call him.
Wow. So, on Wakalwa, let me tell you something today, Sekou. Look, Sekou, let me tell you something today. Sekou, if I were going after money, today I got money. If I were going after the thing they don't know on, Joseph Baka would never take a step of me being inside him. Sekou, who told race equal to me in Liberian for Joseph Baka? Sekou, not be frank, man. Sekou, not be frank, man. If they don't want to follow Joseph Baka, someone Joseph Baka will tell me no. You know, people are coming to tell me, oh, we just want that job we are off. No, I don't want that job we are off. I don't want that job we are off. I wanted the system to change. I wanted Liberian people to live a better life. I wanted Liberian people to live a better life. I never wanted for people to start planning to start celebrating Katumu for everything coming to come. You know, for planning to celebrate Katumu for everything coming to come. You know, Joseph Baka is wearing clothes that way in him on it. Is that what we cheat? Yeah, I heard that this morning.
Oh no, you know,
that the man has custom made clothing now with your name.
I swear, I'm missing, you know. Sekou, let me, I can adjust something then to get ready to come and say, I get bomb. I want to be in Liberian, saying things direct. In the post, they can rest. I want to be in Liberian.
Yeah, but I'm told that when you return, the NSA will call you for questioning for you saying that.
They get NSA before training in Lofa to carry war to kill it, and I'm going to arrest the people that training to go carry war. Oh, let me bro.
So will you submit to their investigation? But what if they decide to to compel you to comply? You know what I mean? You must have security.
Let Joseph Baka declare to the Liberian why he took that $10 million from the gate to the fire station in Lofa, in Todota.
You're a security man. When I say compare to comply, you know what I mean? Especially in Labrador. You say you can ride without to go to work?
He said he can ride without to go to work. You see how deceitful he is? You can ride without to go to work?
You know what? You can ride without to go to work. Then they took $500,000 just to buy a car before the inauguration.
Joseph Baka see what to sack people, let him sack Prince. Joseph Baka see what to sack people, let him sack what they need for LTA. You look at Joseph Baka to be serious, man. Have you heard about he goat before? He goat. Have you heard about he goat before? He goat.
What is he goat?
That bitter goat.
So the bitter goat I can smell?
Yeah, that's what we call he goat.
Your platform, you get people listening. I want you on a warm platform.
No, don't do it, yeah, please.
Well, I can't sure you don't respect your platform, man. Not because people me want to pay him, but respect your platform.
Oh, you can call you.
So on will call about yeah. On will call about let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. You know, in Liberia, we like new things. Joseph Baka government, they kind of study Liberian people. When you open one thing to one front line today, before you load, they close that one, they open another one. Before you load, they close that one, they open another one. People are getting pretty confused about everything. So, the whole $22 million issue, we're not hearing it anymore. $41 million, we're not hearing it anymore. Yellow machine business, we're not hearing it anymore. But then, Joseph Baka is traveling every day from one country to another, spending the Liberian people money with no return on the investment. Why do you think the legislature should or will do in terms of the president, spending the Liberian money for no reason.
So if I let the depending on Liberian would die.
Oh, include all. Are you there too?
We don't have that. What I say that legislator, people depending on the would die. We don't have a legislature. So the only thing go over there for is to find how to go on committee. So the few days, the recap budget. Everybody want to be on committee because everybody that on the committee want for money to themselves. Challenge them to challenge me. I challenge them to challenge me. So I don't want the House of Representatives that need a few days. And you not see what the representative part budget bring it back before by income before. I tell them a few days. The first time in the history of the country happened. I told them they don't do I would drag them to court. And the agreement was they would bring it and vote on it. You saw the incident right now, in there. I got recording when Dropo didn't sit in the hallway. Standing the budget in the hallway, Dropo there. I called Dropo. You get Dropo number? Call him. Hey, let me say the thing you get on Allah. If I don't say recording to you so you can play it now. I challenge him.
So I'll call him because he said go to recording to me. I'll call him.
When he said that, I will send it to you so I can bring in the public relative. No criminals there.
But yeah, let me ask you, man. I'm just confused about Liberia. Who can we trust now?
Nobody. That is why I'm looking for who to trust 2029. Because Sekou, if I will have to bring you to power 2029 and you misbehave, Sekou, I will deal with you that I didn't want Joseph Boakai right now. You call me Bob Bounce rule change. I got no friend.
What a Bob Bounce rule change?
Yeah.
When the Bob Bounce is already in charge, the rule change.
We got no loyalty to anybody.
No.
I've been right there like
Okay. See, you have any more question before we let you
go? No, Mr. Kane, in as well that we're laughing, but
yeah.
The things
see what I was like. Let me just listen to your attention, and then on the issue of no, but the phone that you were talking on, I want I got double number on it. So hold on 1 second. I'll call you later. Yeah, I'll call you later. When you leave the line. But I will not call the man on the show directly and ask him what kind of question. I will ask the man first. Yeah, I will call him. I will call him later. But we'll call about, yeah. I know you do. So we'll call about something that Mon said, Joseph Boakai said on, at the, I don't know whether at the executive mansion that he said that, he can walk away anytime.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what he said.
People that you don't have long left. I am telling you over and over that Joseph Boakai will die anytime. He may not live for 2 years. All of them are where the pre-mill, the Jeremiah, the Yombly, the people around it, myself, self-aware.
But honorable God, about value of the Constitution, if that happens, Jeremiah Kun supposed to be the president, so that's why they want to get rid of him. But you think that is something that that they can be successful doing? In fact, the fact that
impossible.
But according to my sources, Prince Johnson, is also concerned about it, and because that one of the reasons why he actually supported Joseph Boakai was for Jeremiah. The man will not pick up. Yeah, your father-in-law will not pick up. I can call him right now, but he will not pick up because you will pick up, but by the time the SKTV, you make him run away from the phone. The man says, let me call you back. So we used to talk before, but right now we're not cool anymore. But anyway, the reason why I'll call Prince Johnson name is that Prince Johnson reason for supporting Joseph Boakai was for for Nima County, the Republic of Nima County, to produce president.
Right.
And we, the Nima people, we want to see that. So this is our chance of getting the presidency. And that was the reason why Nima wholeheartedly supported Joseph Nima Boakai. So whoever wants to stand our way from doing that, then we say it will be all my dead body, right? That we say. But to be honest with you, on a serious note, why would Nyombli, Dillon, and others, Chris Moi, why would they fight Jeremiah Kun from becoming president when they all supported him being the vice president, and that's what the Constitution says? Why? Why should they fight Jeremiah Kun? And they all voted, and top put a vote for Jeremiah Kun to be vice president. They knew very well that a vice presidency is a heartbeat away from the presidency.
No, but let me tell you something. All of them did it on a condition. They didn't do it at their will. They did it on a condition. But do you know that Primoy want to become president?
What?
Do you know that Primoy want to become president? Do you know that Yombi want to become president?
I don't know. I didn't know opinion Supreme. I heard about Yombi.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you now. Primoy want to become president. Yombi want to become president. So all the alterations are going on. The only can they can agree that will steal the money. So the alteration, they work together in the alteration. But when it comes to the presidency, they are divided.
Maybe
so
Prim.
The alteration that went on.
Maybe Prim can be vice president for Yombli.
Well, I don't know how they will do it, but they know how they're doing it. Like I don't know how they will do it. Second time you can see Prim and Jeremiah can be like they want to be friendly because he can want to go on Jeremiah as vice president. But same time will come, then Jeremiah will be favoring Snow.
Snow too won't become president or vice president?
Snow want to become vice president.
On
a Snow. I mean on a Jeremiah. So that's where the inconsistency come from.
Wow.
So they are playing game with one another. They don't trust one another. But when it comes to altering the budget to steal the money, they are 100% together.
Yeah, but I mean, but this would be very unfair to Jeremiah Kun and the people of Nimba County because they act.
Also fair to Joe.
How?
I go to Joe money on the honor saying that you will run for the presidency second round. He support Joe. Former president we are. He croaked George, so somebody can also croak him.
According to our sources, we learned that you were in conversation with some of the political leaders recently. I don't know whether does that include Komis and Huya and other people? Do you care to share with us?
Well, whatsoever conversation are going on is a conversation that is going on. Is not for the public. If there's any conversation going on,
okay. You say if there's any, we are pretty low the information that you were opportune to talk to few people.
The information that you get, I don't have it. The one I get, that one I'm giving you.
Okay, but the one were there in a conversation? We don't want to know the detail of the conversation. Were there in a conversation between?
The one I get, that one I'm giving you now.
What is it?
I'm going to give it to you.
So yeah, but answer my question now. Was there any conversation at all between you and any political leader, whether communists, we are?
The only conversation I know about is the one that my source told me that they want to get rid
Okay.
of.
So Honorable Yege Kolba, let me ask you this question because I know you probably will not reveal the conversation you've had with the political leaders that SKTV was informed about. But here's the question: what do you think?
I will share the information with you guys later.
What do you think the Liberian people should look forward to with all this noise between Jeremiah Kun, Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, Darius Dillon, Prince Moi? Where are we headed on Oyeka Koluba?
All the most is to go sit down. Because the country, the failure of if we ever feel that we say job show came from Jeremiah Kun. The failure of Joy William came from Yomlikanga Lawrence. She was chair on rules and order. The failure of George William came from Prince Way. Prince Way was the deputy speaker. He sat down there. Everything that came in that place, whether wrong or right, he passed. Or not, he washed. So what you want to do? What you want to correct that he didn't correct when you were deputy speaker? What you want to correct that he didn't correct when he was senator? What you want to correct? What she want to correct? What normally want to correct that she didn't correct when she was chair on rules and order in the Senate? What she wanted to correct that she didn't correct? So all of them want presidents to do what? Now because they want to steal the way Joseph Boakai is stealing, Joseph Boakai become an international DM rogue. Joseph Boakai is teaching in one of the universities in the US, teaching criminality to the highest.
Hold on. What do you mean? What do you mean criminality?
They giving mass to people for stealing.
To know how to steal good?
To know how to steal good.
What's the name of that university?
I got this so much to me. I need to take my phone so I can do it so you can put it. I'll put it on my page.
All right, Honorable Kaba. You want any last thing you want to say before we let you go? Because you're making people laugh.
So simple.
Yeah.
Simple, don't be laughing when we're talking serious, man.
All right.
So simple, there's a lot of information going on. The Liberian people will be informed very soon. Joseph Boakai need to be very serious. The Liberian people know voted for people. They say, oh, these are the people that made it for me. The people know. Joseph Boakai served as vice president for 12 years. Nobody should correct Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai should be able to correct people. You sat under one of the veteran politicians, President Ellen Johnson Sterling. Joseph Boakai, you know that he wanted to top student ever in the history of my left. The people that these are no small things, Joseph Boakai. You sat down under Ellen for 12 years, you draw like this, you know nothing. It's wrong.
Oh, come on, one last question.
Wrong.
One last question. In your statement, you said you were the same position DeLong and others are in today. You were given the same opportunity, given the same privilege, but you refuse.
Yeah,
Why? Why you refuse? And when you were the one that actually brought this man to power?
Yeah, but I've been bringing the power for to put people in position, like they don't selling job, young people selling job, selling positions. That is not what we brought the government for. We brought the government for the government to bring change for our people to be liberated. Look at the country today. You think it's about appointing DEA boss? We said we're going to build homes for our disadvantaged brothers and sisters to be rehabilitated. Not to run behind it, to go in the community for them to harass the people in the community. And that's what's happening. Is there any rehabilitation center to send the people in? Oh, like Ghetto appoint Sekou that DEA boss. Then Sekou go raid Ghetto? No. Sekou, it was not the aim. It was not the aim for Sekou to go raid Ghetto. No. So appointing DEA boss is not the solution. We put money in the budget. Joseph Boakai took the money for the budget for DA. He took the money from there. You say you want to make drugs element number one. We put the money there. You took the money from there. Because you're set on drugs facilitator. Joseph Boakai is facilitating drugs. Sekou, do you know that Joseph Boakai taking drugs? I think Joseph Boakai did not trust test. I want my account like bro, Joseph Boakai myself will go on to Broad Street. I want for Joseph Boakai myself to take drugs tests on Broad Street and pound one test on Broad Street.
But you think you can pass the pound one test too?
Oh, Joseph Boakai will never pass the pound.
No, you can you pass that test too? Pound one test. I'm talking about drugs.
The ordinary cigarette. That one can pass it. They are talking about opium.
But the way you can add and behave, the way you can add and and behave, the way you're so brave, people think you can take in something.
I will pass the test.
Wow.
I will pass the test.
So Joseph Baga can pass part one test.
Joseph Baga can get 12 You know the phone for phone? I think I can get the phone like in the phone or something. They go and pick it up from there.
Yeah, I know Von.
Oh, you know for right? Joseph Baga can get 12 for phone. That the phone when he trained after he was strong, he came Uncle door. He see Joseph Baga he slap it. He Uncle slap his door.
Okay. All right, Honorable Kolua, thank you so much. I want you to close on this post, on the post that no, I want you to close on the post that you on your page, and I'm going to ask you one last time because the people are saying, hold on 1 second. The people are saying that is a big charge that requires some investigation, and according to our sources, that they are saying that they will call you for investigation by the time you get to the town, and if you fail to listen, they will compel you to comply, and you know what I mean.
Who will compel me to comply?
The Liberian government.
Let them go find play to go sit and play with themselves, man.
That's it.
Say go forget about those people, man. They can't see what people want to find people to go do what they.
What will you do? Will you resist arrest? Will you resist arrest if they attempt to?
They get somebody to arrest you before I be resisting arrest. Say go, I will want to go to work again.
What if they attempt to arrest you at the airport? It's a possibility. I'm just telling you what I know. What if they attempt to arrest you at the airport?
Seko, before you arrest me, there must be a cause why you want to arrest me. There must be a reason why you want to arrest me.
They say it's a national security threat.
They get national security. They go arrest opioid and national security there. And they say for arresting opioid and national security there. They get national security. They go arrest people for they say the training to carry war to Guinea. They go take the poor money. They can't carry to the court. They better go tell the people money that they put their around and still to carry. The real people that Joseph Baga training, they don't go arrest the poor. That no peaceful people they want to arrest them. They could call in and they go kill the poor. They go get the poor money. They want to carry to the court.
All right, Memo, do you have a question for Nabokolo before you go? All right, go ahead.
So quickly, because of the latest news coming from the acting or the ORC of the LDA resigning, I don't know. But in his letter, Honorable Koluba is saying that the federals are fined a name, a lot of funding and so forth. But there are so many challenges I think that face with the entire LDA. In fact, I think most of them, in fact, they may complain about people volunteering, the staffs are on pay and so forth. I don't know what's your take on that. Do you think that in fact like people are going to succeed or the government?
That position, every command, they are both setting that position to somebody.
No, it's not every command. It's not every command. It's the acting ORC.
It's the officer in charge.
In charge, Christopher Peter.
Yeah, but they don't want to stay there. Say go all the positions, the both setting no positions. You think why I told Joseph Baga long time to give the investigation conclusion, the report. You think why they told Joseph Baga long time to act on the report? Because they saw the position already.
Well,
the position already, Seku.
Wow.
Yeah, they both said the job. That all you'll be there on, that all they on there on, that all bracelet there on. Would you make it there? That all they on. That one I used to be riding one old ratty and 4 Jeep on the old road there. That would you make it there?
So we were told that
Kofi, right?
Yeah.
Position.
National Security Advisor. So we're told that that one Anthony Swab is the one that's supposed to be appointed to replace to be the new boss.
So the judge Anthony Swab.
Yeah, Anthony Swab used to be the 2012. Wow. Well, Kaba, thank you so much.
So why you can get all of Joseph Baka? When Joseph Baka know that you will not live for more than 2 years. And Joseph Baka told the people, and Joseph Baka told all that you will not live for more than 2 years.
So I mean, anybody can take whatever they want to take right now. Joseph Baka too, a family will take whatever they can take.
Yeah, and Joseph Baka also wanted to buy a family too. You see why? You think why his son is a millionaire now?
But the rescue people, they're not first though. They're happy. But if Joseph Baka can be rich and
they both frustrated.
how do what should they get frustrated?
You put into China in the community, you know the both make mockery of you, so you can be shamed. Lopo frustrated in their heart. Seku Lopo call me, we can talk. I know what I'm telling you. Seku Lopo frustrated in their heart. As the chairman say you call you again, when the chairman did not work out, okay, my call law. I will put my call law on your son. The chairman for Unity Party. Court up tell you say you call you again. Before I left the country, 1 week, I think 1 or 2 weeks before I let you call me. I didn't say you can call you again. Call you now. They deny.
I mean, you don't put them in trouble.
Yeah, man, I said when I will put it on your page. I will send it to you, put it up.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, but anybody connected to Joseph Baka right now, they hear say they may talking to you, they will be angry. You know, they could fire the man for a position.
I am telling you now what going on. People can call me to explain the position and say, yeah, everything saying that true. Everything saying that true. The people are telling me, say, look, even the letter you wrote for us to expel Joseph Baka, I think we need to do that because you bring the party to public rescue. I wrote it to expel Joseph Baka from the party. But
why would they allow the man who mismanaged $22 million, forgave him, it started for him, and then a man who is accused of mismanaging $96,000 is fired?
So that is to tell you that people had Joseph Baka have his personal. I mean, what about him? Mo Ali need to be very careful. Any mistake from Mo Ali, he will go.
Yeah, I know we are aware of the fact that Mo Ali and they were not happy. They were not happy after that election. There were a lot of reporting.
He needs to be very mindful. Any mistake from him will go. Joseph Baka can keep crush more than anybody. After the man get a recording, where Moda and Mo Ali were discussing, he said, "Get a recording up and now. I want to go talk to the man one day. He say, nephew, look up Mo Ali then discussing." And he said, he's a good person. You know the football is a read to me. You want to see now see playing mad Alexander Gomez. You know how Alexander Gomez getting coconut factory something. You know, that Japo thing will be on that Japo there. That way by Charlie. Ain't no Charlie Japo.
Thank you so much, my brother. We really appreciate your time.
I need to be selling uniform and CWA.
Wow. Anyway, Honorable Kaba, thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Maybe you want to take off on Liberia like here from the Liberian people?
Well, I don't know about.
You want to react to it before?
Good, because before go to the line, I mean, you have to Stephen Monk.
Well, the only thing I wanted to Monk, go first. Monk, can you go first? Because I know you haven't been too engaged.
You know, one old man used to tell me, he said, the reason God gave you 2 ears and a single mouth is for you to listen as twice as he speak. And in our culture, and we don't pay attention when people are speaking. Even during elections, and one of the problems Liberia is faced with, people just get on the street, they just dance. They don't pay attention to words. They don't listen with attention. They don't listen with intention. Joseph Baka in that press conference yesterday, there are 2 statements he made that really got my attention. He said, I'm not afraid of death. I am not afraid of death, because I was trying to put the pieces together, how those statements coincide with what he was trying to, the message he was trying to send. And then he said, I could care less about this job. I could walk away anytime if I want to. So he was telling them in other sense that he's not too much of into the whole thing of a presidency, that it's not that important to him, that the way some of them take it is not how he see it. because he was accusing people of not being patriotic, how people want to be in the US and they want to be in Liberia, they should come out of Liberia, so all can suffer together. I was like, if this man is actually serious about rescuing your country, he will not be telling people in the diaspora to come to Liberia so we can all suffer together. What that statement supposed to mean? He said a lot of things, but unfortunately, people just believe in clapping and not paying attention. He said a lot of things. So what Yeke is saying is not any further from the truth. Those are the reality. But like I keep saying, the country is a Chinese buffet, and the people who are enjoying, the people who are milking the system, they want to keep it running as far as possible. They want to keep it going. So the legs of Prince Moe, whether they Nyombli, Kanga, or Dillon, we said it. That's the reason from the election they told you. Even if Joseph Boakai is not able to campaign, we were campaigning for because they knew they were the one that were going to be in control, and they are in control. And if you are getting this much leverage as president, where you can steal tens of millions of dollars and walk scot-free, what made you think every Tom, Dick, and Harry want to be president in Liberia? But it's just a testament to the voters that we told you from the beginning that these people had no good intentions for this country. And even in future elections, you shouldn't even consider any single one of them by casting a single vote for these people. Because at the end of the day, it's never about you, it's all about them. That's why they push Joseph Boakai. You think that Dillon had a business or an organization to run? You think Dillon will look at Joseph Boakai and make Joseph Boakai CEO for a business? No. But they believe that Joseph Boakai was the catalyst to get them to power. That's why they supported Joseph Boakai. And we told the voters, Joseph Boakai cannot rescue a country. The age factor, the health factor, I don't think he got the skill set needed to run a country in this day and age. But the leg of Dillon, the Nyombli, the Prince Moe, and the Jeremiah Kun whose statement gets a vindication of what we've been saying. He on video. It never came from Sekou, it came from Steve, it never came from Mom, it came from Jeremiah Kun himself. How many times we play that video on the show, even before the election? But this is what our people always pick. They always go for the worst. So they will keep hearing it and nothing going to change. And I believe everything Yeke is saying because Joseph Boakai himself gives an indication of things that Yeke just said on this platform. I will stop there for now.
Okay, before we go to the line, let me say this to react to Honorable Yeke Koluba. You know, sometimes not about liking the messenger. You don't have to like Yeke. You don't even have to support him. But the things that Yeke have said, are they lies? Do they come to fruition? That the place you should focus. So that makes him a credible person. Take away your partisan feelings or whatever it is. Imagine a man who tells you the seat that Nyombli then sitting in, I had the opportunity to be there to collect money, but I said I will not do it. And you know, that Yeke first time taking the decision, this kind of decision. Second, you remember when you broke the news here that time on SKTV about when CDC, when Costa and King and the Brab, all of them, including the Delon and the Mo Ali, they took money for the last protest. And Yeke refused to take the money. Who did they send? They sent Thomas Falayoga as assistant speaker or deputy speaker today. That Thomas Fala carried the money to Yeke Koluba. That Thomas Fala. That cook Yoga over there, you call deputy speaker. Thomas Fala to corrupt him so that they couldn't hold the CDC-led government accountable. You think Yeke couldn't have taken that money and go say that? No. Again, you don't have to support Yeke or whatever it is. Yeke is a credible guy. He speaks his mind. He speaks as he speaks. Some of the languages and some of the things he can say, some of the words, we might not be okay with it or might not use those same words. But the truth of the matter is, they may be saying the truth.
That's it.
And here's the last thing I want to say about Joseph Boakai's speech that he gave over there. Let me tell you something today, like,
I think we're playing tomorrow, or someone going to play that. Get a 28-minute clip so people can listen.
Yeah, we'll play Joseph Boakai's speech tomorrow.
Don't you have to sound for a second?
Yeah, because
you're covering your mouth.
Yeah, won't keep going here out. Tomorrow we'll play Joseph Boakai's speech so you can listen. We'll analyze the speech. But let me tell you what Joseph Boakai told you in our speech. You see, Joseph Boakai, we profiled Joseph Boakai on the show. We were the very first platform that informed the Liberian people long before Joseph Boakai even won election when we were in CPP that Joseph Boakai was a crook. You cost us in this place. You insulted us. We told you who Joseph Boakai was. And we want to tell you, Joseph Boakai could care less about you. Joseph Boakai has demonstrated that he's not financially disciplined for his own personal life, and he's brought it to the presidency. As evidenced by that, what kind of father in a country would just be running all around You coming from there with nothing. You come from the other place. Then I hear the joker then talking about, oh, the papi going hustle. Hustle what thing? Joseph Boakai was vice president when Joe Biden was vice president. You know that? Joe Biden knows Joseph Boakai. But Joe Biden does not take Joseph Boakai to be a serial man. Go think about it. Joseph Boakai met with Xi Jinping when Ellen was president. They say he met with Obama. You would have thought that he would cultivate some relationships so that today he can have that leverage and that influence. That's what people do. He couldn't do that. He comes around here, run around the Liberian community in here, where can go and pass around all day. And you say he's lobbying for Liberia. You're not serious in that country. Joseph Boakai cares less about you. Joseph Boakai is accomplishing your bucket list. Joseph Boakai is fasting and enjoying. Think of all the trips he can go. He can carry his wife Katuma with him. Joseph Boakai is living his best life, and you can do nothing about it. You can do nothing about it. He told you he will rally barrel. But he approved an off-spending budget where he had 1 million plus in it to buy himself a bulletproof car. And you tell me, say, Joseph Boakai cares about Liberian, he cares about you? Okay, no problem. No problem, he cares about you. We'll see.
So yeah, before we go to Liberia, I have Mr. John Maolo call in. He wants to say something before, because I don't think we're going to have enough time in Liberia, or maybe let's take maybe 5 calls in Liberia before we transition to US.
Yes, please.
Mr. Maolo, you got to hang tight. We'll come back to you. Let's get prior to Liberia, or you can call back if you want. So maybe go ahead. All right.
Nasir 1 again, 0777-285 Nasir 1. That's the number for you to call to be part of the show. Let me move quickly to Pascal David. Pascal, good evening.
Yeah, so I just want to ask Mon and Steve and the rest of the family. So this is Pascal. So his statement, he also said he did not know that there was a law that banned a person from serving in a party and holding government position. The president also mentioned that. I don't know whether Liberian also take note of that, because for you to be a president of a country and telling the country, the world, because these are things that's working. So I heard the president say, and I even know that there's a law that says when you're in a party holding position, you're not supposed to serve in government. I mean, come on, Mabel. I mean, I don't know where we are, but this is the president that Steve have always said, Steve, the society is gullible, Liberians are dumb. Sometimes they don't even understand. People just say things. But this is where we are. So don't just blow all of us to be the same.
All right.
People here who can play, but when the vast majority of people are thinking under their feet, this is where we'll always be. But thank you for the show, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pascal David. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mepon. And let me say good evening to Mom.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
The rest of the team. You see, Mabel, this is David King. Mabel, I said, and I will always say it. I said it before, I will say it. I said, Joe Boakai could not lead small CPP. Small CPP, I said small CPP because that's full political party. And you would take a country like Liberia and give it to Joe Boakai to lead. Do you think that you're getting a better leadership? Joseph Boakai, who could not even manage his own life. For banking, people like Costa, Stanton Water School, that other criminal, to survive.
All right, keep a calls coming to 0777-285-961. That's the number for you to call to be part of the SKTV show. Yes, we have a few more minutes to go. 0777-285-961. That's the number for you to call to be part of the show this evening. Today is the 10th of October. Yes, so you were just calling me on all the numbers. So again, 0777-285-961. That's the original number for you to call. But if you call me on the other end, well, no problem. I'm also going to put you through just because of time. So again, with a few more calls, 0777-285-961. That's the number to call to be part of the SKTV show this evening, right here on Truth FM 96.1. Let me see. Today's caller. Hello. Hello. Oh well. All right. So keep a calls coming. To
Maybe just take one or two more. That's it, man. Because we
yes.
want to say something while we're on the radio.
Okay, but go ahead, go ahead because of time.
So I didn't say anything when it comes to the me mother case because Honorable Kaba came in and I gave him a chance to talk. But since Mr. Mawolo was on the line, we kept him on here. I will give him a chance to say something, then we'll close. Mr. Mawolo, just 1 minute if you can.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're live. Mr. Mawolo, you're live.
Yeah, how you doing, guys? Sekou and Monk and Steve, Melbourne. Listen, there are two things that Yeke mentioned, and people got to look at it differently. Yeah, can you hear me?
You're live. Maybe you're listening to yourself again. That's why you've been slow. We are like you're live. You're live. Don't listen to the monitor. Just listen to your phone. Just speak to your phone directly. Yeah, speak to your phone directly.
Yeah. Okay. Now, you just said two things that people need to pay attention to. In fact, three. There's whole stuff with Army, Modad, and all of that. Who really see any sense in it to make it an issue? People stealing millions. It's not an issue. But somebody buys a government car for a government agency, and even if it was more than the cost, did he go to the store to buy it? I mean, for it to have the kind of, noise they have. But first of all, I checked out that car. The most expensive of that car is about $60,000. So when did it become $96,000? Besides, you can say another thing. So many agency things spent on money. Have anybody thought about why? Why would they be paying Stenton? Is that a form of money laundering? When he put in money into Liberia to American government that he doesn't have anymore because he used it and wants it back, so they pretend like they're paying him his money back. Like people, listen. These people are con artists. The third thing is that have anybody noticed that up to now, Jeremiah, what is called your limit here or whatever, having got in mind that Stanton is announcing things before they even know? Is Stanton the hitman for Joseph Buckeye? Just ideas. I hope you can think about it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Basolo. Steve, can take over.
Thank you, Mr. Maulo. Before we wind down here, Monk, any reaction? I know one of the brothers asked a question. We'll go to Sekou and then we'll close for the day.
So Steve, just to close out, somebody sent us $40 to Zelle. I want to say thank you to that person. The last name is Gibson. I'm not going to call the full name because I didn't say anything. But I didn't just want to leave without recognizing that person donation. So even though tomorrow is Friday.
So tell us, you can just talk because I think there'll be no news because we came a little bit late. So our news people, yes, they say we should just continue maybe 5-10 minutes. Then we'll
okay. That's good. Steve?
The news boy enjoyed the show.
No, not only that. They just want to give SKTV extra time today. But I was trying to say that our people now being forthcoming when it comes to the Friday donation. A couple of people sent money for the stakeholders people who committed to supporting SKTV monthly. So if you are a stakeholder, we appreciate those who have done something. If you have not, please support SKTV as you always been doing. On Friday, if I'm here, fine. If I'm not here, the numbers are right there on the screen. You can always, donate support. Yeah, if member is on. Yeah, somebody said they sent $10. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Alfred. Alfred, we appreciate you. Anything anybody send, we appreciate it. You send more money, we take it. You send small money, we take it. Anything you send, we stay appreciate you. So yeah, so even if I'm not on, if you send something, you can just invite a member and just say, hey, maybe I'll send this, so you will know. If I'm not on, I can always update Monk about what's going on behind the scene. But it's just like it has never been as effective as it used to be. Hopefully, people will get back and start to support SKTV. Yeah. So, to be honest, I don't like to respond to our fans and supporters who watching SKTV who became writing their own opinion. But sometimes it's good to set the record straight. Now, I don't agree with the style and some of the dictions of Yeke Koluba. But if you can have one more or two or three more Yeke Koluba in the Liberian legislature in terms of standing up the truth, in terms of fighting corruption, then we'll have a better country. I know people can have their personal problem with people, who can have a personal disagreement with people, and they will take that to a public issue. But honestly speaking, in terms of serving government, if you manage Yeke's, the vocabulary he uses at times, and the way he says it, that you can disagree with him. But when it comes to holding government accountable, whether it's CDC government or Joseph Boakai government, we don't have a second Yeke. Musa Belete could be another person, but Musa Belete is not as vocal as Yeke Koluba. And secondly, Musa Belete is still new in the legislature. We don't know whether he can actually handle what Yeke has handled. And we don't know how consistent Musa Belete going to be like Yeke, but Musa Belete started on a very good footing. He's been fighting corruption. He's been calling for the audit of the legislature. He been like Musa Belete more like the diplomatic version of Yeke Koluba. But there's nobody in the Liberian legislature that is more vocal than holding government into the fire than Yeke Koluba. So those of you who may have your disagreement with him, I understand that, but I just want to be honest to you. For me personally, I think Yeke should be respected as one of the most vocal lawmakers in Liberia. If we can have more Yeke Koluba, we'll have a different government. And we'll have a different country. That's just my opinion. Because I've seen some people here, calling him names or stuff like that, whatever the case is. I think Yeke Koluba, that other name, corruption and crook, that one, I don't think that is in his. I don't think that is part of his record. I don't think that is in his DNA. Because I know, I was privileged, like Steve said, to have heard Yeke saying, this is tempting. When they brought to Yeke, how many of us, when they bring to you $150,000, they say, if you don't believe it, let me give you the $30,000 right now, you can see it. Or if you want, I can give you $75,000 of $150,000. Then when you make the announcement that you're no longer part of the protest, we'll give you the rest of the money. The other men are taking their own hand. They show you how much your opponent took. You already feel betrayal. And you say, this is tempting you. This is tempting you. But anyway, I can't do it. I can't do it. In fact, I'm tempted when they give me the money, I'll just take the money, run also. They put that account to grab me. How many of us can do that? So you can say all you want to say about Yaga Kolba. He's crazy, he's this, he's that, about corruption and being crooked. I don't think that is part of his DNA, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to say that straight, Steve.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kane. Monk,
Yes,
let's have
sir.
we won't react and we'll probably close it for the day.
Well, I think Mr. Cannon just said everything that was on my mind concerning Yeke. You know, our people, they put politics before anything. They want to admire Yeke because I will tell you the reason why they admire Yeke. For them, it's all about politics. For them, they believe that Yeke endorsed Cummings, and later on in the race, he decided to switch to Joseph Boakai. And we all asked Yeke that question. And Yeke gave a very salient answer. It was very prudent. Nobody got a crystal ball to predict things about the future. But over time, your record speaks for itself. Yeke did it to the Georgia administration. And before Joseph Boakai was even inaugurated as president, Yeke was the first person that started blowing the alarm, saying that we are yet to take power, but from some of the move the president is making, it's not what we signed up for. How many of you guys will be able to do that? Yeah, Yeke said I spend the most time, I spend my resources on this man. I owe it to the Liberian people. What you expected for Yeke? I mean, for Yeke, what you expected from Yeke anyway? He supported Joseph Boakai, yes, but Yeke is still holding Joseph Boakai feet to the fire. And Yeke told you everything, 95% of the thing that Yeke Kolwa will say will come to pass. So you may not like his style of presentation or the words he might use. Maybe he's not that well polished, like you are used to politicians speaking. But at the end of the day, the vast majority of things that he would say, whether they are intel information, whether they his view on politics, they all come to fruition. So why is that the question? Oh, because Yeke didn't support your candidate. Okay, yeah, I can hold him, but equally so, in a democracy, you got to go by the will of the people. If the vast majority of people thought that Joseph Boakai was the perfect candidate to replace Georgia, then you cannot blame Yeke for shifting from Cummings to Joseph Boakai. That is why he's trying to atone for his sin, that it was a mistake. And equally so, he's going to hold the president that he brought to power, he's going to hold him accountable. So you cannot be mad with Yeke, focus on what happened in your country. And like Steve said, tomorrow we might play that clip because, like I said, Joseph Boakai said a lot of things in that 28 minutes. But in our country, we don't pay attention to details. People don't listen. They are interested in the fanfare and
I want to listen to you, Monk. You guys don't mind, you can share with me.
Oh, yeah, around the executive mansion page, I will say the exact link because there are so many videos on that page. I will send you the exact one that Joseph Boakai said, I'm not afraid of death. Matter of fact, I could walk away from the presidency at any given point in time. He wants for the people in the diaspora to come back to suffer with them because they want to have it both ways in another sense. Joseph Boakai is saying, when you leave Liberia and go to other countries, everything is organized and in place. And when you come to Liberia, it's a complete opposite because people are not patriotic. They don't have they are not diligent to the job. They don't put their country's interest first. And I think it's what Joseph Boakai was saying in the nutshell is, I'm trying to throw in the tower. I don't think I can get this thing done because even the people that are on the rescue train are supposed to be helping me, they are not doing me any good. And I think that's why he tried to say in the nutshell. But you know, he's a politician, so he know how to polish a wall, how to pick here and there. You gave them, you know, they hot and cold kind of a mentality. You give people some red meat and then you go back to hitting them hard like that. That's exactly what he was doing. So you need to take your time and really sit down in a quiet place to understand the message he was trying to proffer and what Yeke is saying. So everything that Yeke said is in total alignment with that particular briefing that Joseph Boakai did. And you can go back to that video. The video are there. It's there for you to see so that nobody can argue about the fact. Joseph Boakai just not up to the task. And the rescue mission was never about you. The rescue mission was about few people that came to redeem themselves financially. And you are seeing it every day. Can you imagine? This president is creating more scandal than opportunity. Every day, one scandal after another because they want to distract. Joseph Boakai, no, he ain't winning any endorsement anywhere. He's not bringing concessional agreement. He's not bringing foreign direct investment. So every time they come and lie to you with memorandum of understanding how they went to Indonesia and South Korea and China, they will create something that will take your attention. That's why Joseph Boakai like somebody who's angry. I want to fight corruption. I'm mad. But at the end of the day, Joseph Boakai is literally saying, this thing is too big for me. I don't think I can give you the result that you want. That's exactly what he said in that 28 minutes. That's it. So if you bought into the rescue train narrative, I mean, you bought the wrong goose. You just have to live with it. I don't know for how long. That's all I can say.
Well, Melbourne, you got any contribution you want to make?
Well, yes, the only thing is, I don't want to say thanks to you people for the hard work. Thanks to our listeners, thanks to our viewers, even though one person commented, the person said, because we are not maybe one way or the other, so because there have been a lot of widespread accusations about us, but at the end of the day, thank God, some of them, they are not maybe seeing the way and they know exactly that we are independent. So some of them saying because maybe we are not for one of the political parties, so maybe that is the reason why they are not supporting. Well, that's it, and we'll continue to be here, and we'll come here to inform our people about what happened in some of the latest news, some of the things ongoing. But again, I think there's too much of resignation now coming up in the government. It's not just about resigning, but I think we should, the president should take key note, because I think the acting ORC to just resign like that, because you are just acting and you just resigning just because of so many things happening into that DA, no budget. We've been hearing all the
they told him to resign because Joseph Parker want to appoint the new man.
Oh, okay. All right, wonderful. Thank you. So again,
Melbourne, before we close, tomorrow, folks, will be on by the grace of God. We'll play some of these things. We'll also talk about some of these resignations, and hopefully, you never know, before the night is over, we will have some breaking news and some updates about what's going on. On SKTV, I can tell you what time it is before it happens. Yo, thank you so much. Tonight, maybe I will share the show with you. We'll be on with our sisters, our friends, on the Raw show.
What time?
AW. They say 8:30 p.m. We should be 5:30 our time. That
Raw show, I feel boyfriend and girlfriend bring it. I make you one before you go there.
Oh, but I'm going there.
No, I'm boyfriend and girlfriend bring it.
I can go on
but I'm not saying that.
No, but sometimes too, you gotta be socially active. You know?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
Mr. Canada, so like everything will be discussed tonight. So please join on tonight. So we can talk about
4 feminazi on that show. 4 feminazi. If you want to feminazi, then you know what I'm talking about.
And come with your questions and your concerns.
All right, folks. I'll see you
tomorrow. See, so my brother,
But tomorrow when you come with Steve, let me tell you the two of you. When I'm on the show, you're gonna tell the people to support the platform. It's important.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's important. But you shouldn't say when I'm not on, then you can't. We know when one come. Well, so I'm on to, even when I'm not here, you can be reluctant to tell people to support. When I'm here, I'm pretty sure I'll be here, but even if I'm not here, you make sure, because the people there are really, really.
And you said something today. Even if you send your left money, just comment on there so that we can know and to appreciate you. That's the thing. Some of them maybe the meeting like you're not around.
Maybe so that they want to say it, they can just text you or text Steve.
Okay. All right.
Or text me.
No, the thing I noticed about the show, when it's more of a visual thing than the commitment aspect of it. When Sekou is here, it's a whole different. No matter how many times we announce, sometimes we can even announce before the day on Friday. But at the end of the day, they will always be lackluster in the contribution when Sekou is not here. And Sekou will not always be here. So people got to graduate. People got to be able to support, even in the absence of Sekou. I think that's where the problem is, from my own observation, though.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but people, y'all do that. Let's support the platform. Yeah, thank you so much.
Man, seriously. Thank you too, and to my brother, CD1 Jabo. Yeah, my good evening to you, man. They made them go
today we'll be on by the grace of God. You'll have a good night, a good week. Tomorrow starts the weekend. Melbourne, my man, you know what you're doing today?
No, I've been stressed, permit. I've been working throughout, and the job been stressed.
And you're with that stress to it, man.
I got to go now and read. No, I come and join you people tonight for the social discussion, and so
you married, but I stay away from that show. I keep warning you. You married man, not single man.
Yeah, but yeah, Mom, stop that kind of thing, man.
Open grow.
Yeah, man. Mom, look, Mom, you gotta stop. You know, we gotta, you know.
Don't bring us in the time. By the way, folks, yeah, we'll let Mama Gemma will let us be close though. We'll talk. But anyway, let me say,
Mom, your country is stressful. So when you sit down, you won't be thinking through my brother. So when you marry,
I get money you out of your stress.
No, but someone don't want about $60 million, right? One married man. So why you making them marry better to a person that no, you're gonna stop. It's a social interaction.
Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about your favorite pastor, Abraham. I know Abraham, where you mean. Yeah. Because the Damina situation here, hello, they bring a case up. Like apparently you were eating something on one leg in the chair by the day. They may not bring no behind. More that is it. That's one of
the that's the beauty of life. But at least thank God that maybe the man has repented or maybe changed and so forth. So again, that's the thing, my brother. We thank God, and that's it. Actually, marriage is not prison. Let me be frank to all of you out there today. Get it in mind that marriage is a social interaction. Allow people to freely associate and to freely disassociate. For me,
my wife, that accusation. Oh, maybe go ahead. You are saying something.
Yes. So please, just because of the way we treat people, the way we treat our marriages today, there are so many people that are even afraid to get into this unique organization because we see it like. Let me tap Steve down. Let me tap more down. Let me tell Mabel that Mabel shouldn't have nobody. No,
man. We're talking about your pastor and Damina. Don't come bring different conversation here. Mabel, more go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you know, when you go against a cartel, they got their way of striking back. So that allegation against the men of God following it religiously, because I know, you know, the kind of a message and the kind of a gospel that he's preaching is hitting a particular group of folks. Maybe that could be their own way of slowing him down or kind of destroying him. So we'll get to the bottom, and at the end of the day, we'll know where the dust settles. That's just what I'm trying to say, because all of a sudden now, the men love someone in the church. Why these accusations? Where were these accusations all along? Only after he started preaching against the spiritual cartel that they want to come up with.
Like the problem I get when he get. Look, let me say this today. The Abel Damina, let me say it to you. For men to be with another woman or to be a woman, that normal thing. And that's something for you to go respond to. What are you going to respond to that one for? If they say you are with another man or homosexual business, then you can go clear your knee up. That's not normal thing. They think what that normal thing I have to anyway. Abraham they get more than one woman. David they get more than one woman. What the guy needs? Samuel they get more than one woman. Samson they get more than one woman.
And they're what they used to talk. But
that thing is all this after. That normal thing you can discuss in public. The thing what a normal thing that you go come in now, will not maybe not. At the end of the day, Abel Damina will expose your corruption. Yeah, okay, you love it to somebody in the channel. What happened now? So what happened? What happened now? Yeah, what happened? And a man will be loving to woman. You know what the Bible said? And your desire, you need that story. I don't know getting scripture, man. Who's going to be no anytime? Abraham,
you didn't see my scripture I put out today, Proverbs 31, 6 and 7.
Yeah, but I don't want to let people.
No, that one tomorrow on that.
We'll get to that scripture tomorrow.
I will deal with you tomorrow on that. If the weekend there's no weekend in the right way, so that
tomorrow. Tomorrow, Proverbs 3, verse 1 to 6. We'll look into it from the beginning. Why it was written, no. There was something. We'll go into the original interpretation. Oh, don't worry. The Bible will not say you might go get cha. The Bible will not say you might go get flip. Okay. But we don't want to get into it today because man, you're talking okay. You're the digger, you're the coin.
Yeah, you are men in the United Mental People. You know, small. Whenever we look tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw something about United Mental People. I saw what other one talking going on there. Jack update me.
The people take the men from the church. You know the way in the Baptist church we can say excommunicate.
They take him on the chair for what?
They say according to the man himself, the man say because the people want him for to support certain habit in the church, and he said no. So because of that, the people say the man should leave the church. According to him, I think Elijah, right? Elijah, I know the Jew or that Jew, some kind of name you have. But again, I will send you all of the information on after the show. So we stay following.
Oh, man, tomorrow about the social
it's all about a gay issue. So it's all about the gay issue. The message, the people.
Tomorrow, don't forget, folks, the social show.
Actually, you can. See what the social we are support. In fact, you can we are offering and what entire.
No. Listen. What other pastors just confess if you do that he want to go.
That's it. In fact, the message, Steve, the message we that been paying, right? The message, in fact, we are beginner. 30%, 40% that talents will be paying. Can you imagine?
My man, I know that cook papa with the sleeping eyeball. He's a cooking.
My man, see you, man. See you, Chief. See you. Good
I know that cooking papa. For folks,
see you.
Have a good night. And we'll see you tomorrow. Melbourne. Either I'm going to get ready later on for the show. So I'll be busy later on tonight.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast recording. There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast recording people and culture from here up out of the club. Monitor people who waiting to sell. Blessing that time and the effort of rest. The brothers giving up here, the parents of them. The welcome and life without again.
I lyrical